All right. Good evening. Good evening. I am so excited to have you guys here. We have the most delightful content for you this evening. Um, I can't tell you exactly what it is because I don't know, but I do believe in the magic of this group and these people. And so we've been doing this for a little while now. I'm just going to go over a couple of things and then I'm going to get us warmed up and get started. My name is Lisa Delight. I'm your host this evening. I've been a longtime friend of Tonya June and am part of her team putting this event together. So, a couple of things. First of all, after we're done with the event, there is an after party. We really hope that you will stay. It's about 15 minutes long. We get a debrief and talk about all the magic that occurred in here and the things that are coming. So make note that the next event is February 28th, Transformative Love. You're not going to want to miss it. Some of you are here for the first time. Some of you have been long time hangers on and hangers out. And we're excited for what you're about to experience, whether you've never done this before or not. So let me tell you a little bit about how that's going to happen. In this room, we truly believe, and it has been proven to us to have returned once and time again. I'm going to go ahead and mute all of you guys, and then we can have you unmute later. We believe that we're here for a reason and a purpose, and that all of the people who are joining tonight are here for such a time as this, which means that Tonya is going to tell stories and pull tarot cards for the group at large, okay? And we believe that that is going to resonate with you on some level. We would love to hear how it resonates by putting stuff in the chat, putting ones, interacting in that chat room. And if you have a question, feel free to ask. That is completely okay. We are here for you while this is happening. And then there'll be some individual cards chosen. We don't know how many. We're going to be about an hour in here today. And so just as spirit leads, Tonya will pull a card for individuals. You guys can unmute, ask questions, interact while she's telling you. And then if for some reason your card did not get pulled tonight and you would like that to happen, stay tuned to the after party and I will tell you exactly how you can get a card pull for yourself. Okay? So those are kind of the rules. We like to do snappy fingers when we hear something that is groovy that we like. We like to put ones in the chat room if we hear something that that resonates with us. You guys keep yourself on mute unless you have a question or Tonya's speaking and reading for you directly. And now I'm going to tell you that I really am excited to be here. I've been looking forward to it all week, all day, all year. I love the new year. I love intentions. I hope by now all those silly goals that you guys set on the first are over and done and you've wiped them out, because what happens tonight is what's really going to happen this year. We're going to be helping you set intentions and giving you some magic to move forward. We have been walking in it, and we can discuss that in the after party, how those things have materialized in the last 5 or 6 months and have changed for some of you guys who have been here and since the first time you've been here to now. And so just because we're here together and we want to up our energy and contribute so that Tonya June can feel the love, there's a couple of things I want you to do. First of all, I want you to sit up straight and be here in this space with us. I want to see the look on your face. If you're not smiling, I want to see a smile. I want to see that you're with us, that you're listening. Oh, that is a beautiful smile, John. I felt your whole energy just pop through this room. Who knew you had such an amazing smile? Okay, so you guys, I want you guys to give it up and stay in this energy of being present in here. Whatever happened at work or this morning with the dog or last night doesn't belong in this room, because we are creating magic right here, right now, and snap in Tonya June Moore, your tarot storyteller, mystic, magic woman.
Girl, I love that you're on my team. You make me feel like a rock star. So thank you. Y'all, I don't even know how to explain what's been going on in our world here. for the last few days. Those who are with me on a daily basis know what is happening. Um, but I'm here to tell you that we are in real magic. And so those intentions that you said a few weeks ago, those resolutions, which I hate that word, right? Just doesn't make any sense. Uh, those are great. Those are your physical resolutions, the things you want to do. But what we're going to do here tonight is take those resolutions that have now probably went to the wayside, going to the gym every day, eating, I don't know, crap that you don't really want to eat, all that stuff. And we're going to let your intentions go for the rest of this year, creating intentional magic. And I'm going to give you a couple of exercises so you know how to do that. We're going to do some card reading. So you know what energies that you're in for 2023. This reading is going to set us up for the rest of this year. And this year, whew, okay, so let me just start. There's so many little things that have fallen into place for us. First of all, we just entered the year of the water rabbit. We have left 3 years of very yang energy in the lunar cycle. So that's why the last 3 years have been a little bit intense, to say the least. But this year it's all about love, and it's about abundance, and it's about being in a nice warm warren, and it's about emotional fulfillment. It's about things coming at us with great speed. But we're also in a 7 year. 2023 equals 7, right? And 7 is the divine number of all spirituality and higher thoughts. It's also a year of removing all obstacles. So if you were of Hindu belief, this would be the year of Ganesha. Okay, and Ganesha is the one with the elephant head, right? And he comes in to remove obstacles for us, and he does it in a spiritual way. Ganesha has always been something I've been connected to, but I never really understood why. And I know the story of Ganesha, but what I didn't know is that he removes obstacles in the spirit world so that we can move through things with grace and joy and ease and not have any obstacles in our way. We don't have to try so hard. And that's what this year is all about. As I was meditating and getting ready for this night of magic, every card, and I do mean every card, was either the Sun card or a 7 card. I drew like 6 cards. I had like 4 7s and 2 suns from 2 different decks. That's the energy that we're in. I have had chills all day. I have been hearing great news from friends, some of you that are on here, about these miracles that are coming into your life. I know people are looking for new spiritual guidance, and I know this because I'm busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest these days. Wonderfully so. I am not complaining. I love it. This is my dream. This is my joy. And if people are coming to me and finding me as a tarot reader or mystic or a psychic or whatever you want to call me, then something is happening, right? Something on a big scale. Because you're not just accidentally coming my way, just like you're not accidentally in this room with me tonight, okay? And so I really want you to know that this is your year. Nothing can screw this year up for you. Well, only you can screw this year up for you, but that's not going to happen. You want to know why? Because Ganesha won't let that happen for you. And the water rabbit says you're going to do this with gentle abundance. You're going to do this so effortlessly that you're going to wonder what the hell happened when you get to 2024, when we're in the number 8 and the number of self, and how we return and show up again and again as our best selves. So this is what we're working toward. Okay. It's funny because I don't know whose guide this is. I'll find out. It's a man, and he wants all of you to know that, wow, what a generous spirit, that everyone who is involved in this, and I have several people who signed up that haven't and may not be able to show up tonight. He's here, his energy is here to help us all stay on track this year. John, this really feels like somebody that is connected to you in some way. So when we have our reading, we'll talk about him. This is a very benevolent male energy. What a warm and wonderful being. It almost brings tears to my eyes. So You guys all get an extra guardian angel this year. What a beautiful thing. Someone to help you be on track, someone to help you be in the moment of things. And, okay, two things with this card. So the first card out tonight is the moon card. This is a major arcana. And the moon card, first of all, is all about new revelations, secrets that you weren't aware of being revealed to you. I really feel like this is spirituality. This is things that are coming up. You're going to start suspending the disbelief of that can't be true, that can't be happening. I live in the land of make believe every single moment of every single day because I know that that is the truth. For me, I want you to be discerning. But it's time, it's really time for you to get into this suspending of the disbelief, like you're watching a great movie or reading a great book. But also around the moon, it would be really great if you'd start working with some moon cycle rituals. If that calls to you, if you are in this group and you're like, oh, I don't know how to do that, or I would always want to do that, but I don't know how, or, what do you mean the moon rituals? Okay, so let me explain to you what that means, because I've been doing a lot of new and full moon rituals here in town for people. In the new moon, you are setting your intention on what you're getting ready to accomplish in the next 4 weeks. At the full moon, which is 2 weeks after the new moon, you're going to reevaluate what you have just done for the last 2 weeks, and you're going to throw out things that aren't working, and you're going to renegotiate, and you're going to add things in that are working. Okay? And then when you get back around to that new moon, you should have accomplished, and I'm going to should on you. You should have made a big accomplishment. So you don't have to do. This is not about doing. This is about setting intentions and letting those intentions guide you into the next phase. So I'm going to give you the example that was given to me when I learned about the moon phases. My teacher compared them to painting a room. So at the new moon, you decide you're going to paint a room in your house. The next phase, you're going over what colors you want. The next phase, you're going over taking all the furniture out. The next phase, you reevaluate. Maybe you want to change the color that's not the color you wanted, until you get all the way back around to the new moon when the room is completely painted again. Okay, so think of the moon cycles like that as you're going around. Like, these are the decisions that I'm making. So every time that you set yourself a moon ritual, and it doesn't matter when you start. If you start at the full moon, that's fine. Just release a whole bunch of stuff. What I do is I take a piece of paper and I write what I want to bring in on one side and what I want to release on the other. And I just do 1 or 2 words. I don't get complicated with it. The less complicated it is, the more magic the room is left for the magic for it to come to you. It's not about being exact. It's about finding the words that work for your energy. For me, I love the word perfect. What is perfect for me at this time? Right? So I'm going to release any blocks, and I'm going to accept anything that is empowering, right? And every month it changes for me, right? I'm only going to bring in the things that are filled with joy, and I'm releasing any illness that doesn't serve me anymore, right? Because all illnesses serve us in some way. Okay? I know that's really hard to believe, but it's true. On a very, very physical level, when we are ill, it is serving us, and we have to look at that illness and start letting it go, that physical ailment, okay? Your second card out for this year is the 2 of Wands, and what an incredible new year card to have. I want you to look really close. He is holding the world, his world, that he has created. And here's the big thing. He's created this world. He is done creating this world, and he is going to step through that gateway, those 2 wands, one on each side of him, and he is going to start a whole new world because this one doesn't serve him anymore. What this is telling me is that everyone that is here is going to make a real life decision over this next few months, but it'd be great if you did it now, where you're going to leave all that crap behind that has not served you, that is not part of who you are, that is not part of the next trip on this planet. You're going to jump into a new timeline. You're going to quantum leap into something that is better for you. It is really freaking important that you let that old world go, because it's not important anymore. This divisiveness and decisiveness, right? Like sometimes you don't have to be decisive. Sometimes being decisive is exactly what makes you divisive. Lean in. Lean in and start living in magic and being in flow. And if you have been with me before, I'm going to say this again. You have one freaking purpose on this planet, and that purpose is joy. Joy is the highest vibration that we can accomplish. It is the highest frequency that we can adhere to. Everything else is secondary. And if you are in flow and you are in joy, you are on the right path. The problem is we think that we need to go and find our purpose. We need to go out and like do this thing to be in flow. And that usually makes people really nervous, right? It makes them feel like, oh my God, what is my purpose? Is my purpose this? Is my purpose that? I don't give a shit what your purpose is. It's not your purpose. Your purpose is to be in joy. And then to do the things in your life that allow that joy to express itself so it can affect you on a molecular and cellular level and help you quantum leap into the places that you deserve and desire to be. And this requires a lot of saying no to all the crap that you've been saying yes to for a very long time that doesn't serve you. I just turned down an opportunity today. Just wasn't for me. Would have paid me really well. Just wasn't for me. It just didn't fit. I don't want that coming at me. There is something better that I choose to put my energy into. So I want that to show up. Okay? Stop saying yes to any and all things that do not allow you to be happy, that do not allow you to be in joy. If it doesn't feel good, please stop doing it. And I don't care what it is. I mean, I have stopped reading books in the middle of the book because I'm not enjoying it. I don't care. Like, I'm going to give my own happy ending to these characters because I don't want to live with that anymore. Okay? So be in joy. My dad used to say, if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. And if it feels good, do it more. Now, at that time, he was talking about me learning how to ride a horse, and I would get tossed, and he would go, wow, that didn't feel good, did it? Oh, no, it really sucked. And he was like, what feels good? Actually staying on the horse. All right, get back on the horse. Let's ride the horse some more, right? But as an adult, I have a whole new different meaning to what that is. Like, seriously, when I get out of flow, and I'm going to tell you a story, because we have a big card coming up for everybody in the room. I'm going to tell you a quick story. Last week, at the end of the week, my girls and I had a meeting. And it was an incredible meeting. Like, I can't even describe to you what stories we were sharing of all the incredible things that had come into our lives that day. We were flying high. I get off the phone about an hour later. I started, like, within 30 minutes, 5 incredibly challenging negative things came through. I had a couple of people that were in the hospital. I had somebody that fell and got hurt. I had somebody's computer broke. I mean, it was like one thing within all in 30 minutes, like just everything went hinky. I was like, whoop, 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 we're out of the matrix. Something happened. We glitched it. We have to get back in. I started texting my girls. I'm like, hey, y'all, hey, we got to get back in flow again. 0010110, right? That's our little thing. And I sent that out. If you got the messages, you probably got that 0010110. That's a matrix guide. Okay. And I said, snap, clap, say it out loud, scream it with me. I have a full-on conversation with my guides. We were having a total come to Jesus meeting. I was like, this is hugely unacceptable. Now, my friend LaRue is not here. I mean, she's not feeling well. LaRue was one of the first things that ticked this off. And she went into the hospital, and I worry about LaRue because I thought she'd broke her hip. A hip break at 80 is not good. It's not good at any age, right? So I was really stressed. So I go into class. I had an amazing class. I had 22 people in my class on that night. And as soon as class was over, I opened up my phone, and LaRue said, oh, not a break, just major arthritis. We're planning on a hip replacement. Hallelujah, right? And then all of a sudden I started getting the messages. Oh, this feels better. Oh, this is happening. I'm getting another computer through work. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Everything lined back up. It's really important that you know we now have the magician showing up. This is a major arcana.
Wow.
It's really important that you know for the rest of this year that you are in control of this magic. And it is important for you to change the frequency and speak it out loud. He is the number one. His halo is of the infinity symbol, which means that he is coming back over and over again, just like your energy is going to come back over and over again. Out loud. I do not accept this. This is not reality. And if you do not change it right now, because this is no fun, I am out. And I'm going to go find a whole new group of angels and guides that will get me there. They don't like to be threatened. I promise that they will come back. They will line back up. It will not be fun for them, right? They really want you to succeed. They just sometimes are just laughing at all of our antics down here because they don't know what feels good and what feels bad. They have no idea. All they see is that we're crying and we're laughing and we're angry and we're frustrated, but they don't know what any of that stuff feels like. It's just a great show, kind of like the Truman Show, right? They're watching.
Hey,
Yes.
I don't want to interrupt you if it's not a good spot to interrupt you.
Let me quickly say this. They are watching, waiting for you to ask them out loud what it is that you deserve and desire. And so I'm going to ask you to do that. Okay? I'm going to ask you to ask out loud this whole year what it is that you truly want. And they will bring it to you. You just have to allow that magic to happen. Okay, Lisa, go for it.
No, that's just exactly close to what I was going to say. First of all, you guys, if you would back it up and in that chat room, would you please just share with us what brings you joy in case you forgot? Sometimes when you put it in writing, it's easier to tap into that. Like 1 or 2 things that just truly bring you joy, whether that's the laughter of a grandchild, painting, crocheting. For me, like it's being here with you guys. I just want to clap my hands and say, I do believe in fairies. I do believe in fairies. I do, and magic. And we'll talk about the after party, how some of that stuff has happened in the last 6 months since we've been together. So, oh, I'm loving it. Thank you. Healing conversations with people, playing music, my dog. Thank you for sharing your joy. If you can't remember what joy feels like, it's showing up in your chat right there. Go ahead, Tonya, keep going.
Yes. And thank you for bringing your dog along, Jennifer. I really appreciated seeing him up front. Dog energy is always welcome. Mine are hiding in the corner so they don't bark for this. If you don't have a pet, I'll let you borrow my pet's energy. They're pretty amazing. Okay. Before we get to the first exercise that I want you guys to tap into, I want to go over the next 3 cards that have popped out. And I wish I could make this stuff up, but I really can't. They're in sequence. We have a 6, a 7, and an 8, and they literally fell out that way, 6, 7, and 8, which means that we are moving through some things, right? We are progressing. We are leaving things behind. And 2 of those cards are exactly that. It's the 6 of Swords. I want you to pay attention. There's a lot of choppy water on one side of this, and then the other side is smooth sailing. Okay? So you have a guide. It is your inner soul, your guardian angel, your spirit guides that is taking you from one place to another. They are going back here in the back to this empty island, okay, to create a whole new life. 6s are the number of the divine feminine. It represents Venus, and she is the love god of Rome, right? And so they are divinely protected on this journey. You're divinely protected. You just have to get there. You have to trust that you're going in the right place. I'm going to talk about the 8 card next, even though I'm skipping over the 7 for a second. You've had some emotional fulfillment, things in your life that has felt really, really good. This is the 8 of Cups. You've had things that you've built up that have felt amazing. Okay? Guess what? It's time for those to go. They don't serve you anymore. It really feels like there's a lot of people that are sucking the life out of my people on here. vampires. I call them energy vampires, right? So be real careful about who you're allowing in. Create better boundaries. That's what the swords are about. Get your emotional body back into you that supports you this year. You may have to set some people free, or at least create some distance between you and them so you can be in your magic all the time. If someone that is close to you isn't supportive of what you are suspending your disbelief around, maybe it's time to let them do their own thing for a while and let them see you create your own magic. I promise they will raise to your frequency if they are allowed and are deserving to be in your energy. Not everyone deserves to have a part of you. Okay? And here's the great news, and it's a 7. You got a 7 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups is about making choices. You're going to have a whole lot of choices this year. Whole lot of decisions to make. And I want you to pay really close attention because they're really showing me that the person in this is represented in shadow, in the dark. These are new opportunities that are coming your way that you are not privy to. This is not something you've been working on. This is not something that you have toiled away with. And this is definitely not a group of things that cause you to feel bad. Cups are all about feeling good. You cannot make the wrong decision, but you do have to make a decision. You can have all the things on this card. Every single cup can be yours. But you have to choose one thing first and start heading in that direction. There are about 3 of you around July-ish, which is the 7th month. Okay. That are going to have a big, huge emotional life change for the better. I'm just trying to get names if you're wondering why I'm staring off into space, because they're not being very clear with me right now. When I say a huge emotional life change, either you're going into something new, you're releasing a bunch of people from your life, you're leaving a relationship and stepping into a different relationship. That doesn't have to be an intimate relationship. This could just be a job that you have a relationship with. But these are opportunities that you should absolutely accept. And the first exercise that we are going to work with, and here's the guidance that I have received for this one. Either do this for 7 days straight or once a week for 7 weeks. Did everybody hear that? Everybody got that? Okay. We're dealing with the number 7 here. So you can make this whatever you want it to be. I want you to focus on one of these things. You wake up tomorrow and you either have, and you can have all of these things so you can practice with all of these things. You either have $10 million in your bank account. I'll take that. You're either waking up and you have the perfect partner, life partner next to you. I'll take that too, because I've got that. Your health, you woke up and all of a sudden you feel amazing. You felt better than you ever have in your whole life, so you're healed. And here's what I want you to do with that. It's really important though. You got to do the work. You can't, I mean, this is not work, it's creative, it's play. I hope that you can get your imagination involved in this, okay? Let's take the $10 million one, just out of the blue. You woke up with $10 million in your account. How did it get there? And I want you to say this out loud or write it into a journal or write it and say it. Boy, that'd be really powerful if you did both, right? How did it get there? Did you win the lottery? Did you sign a big contract? Did you get chosen for American Idol? Right? What is it? What is it that caused you to get $10 million in your account? I don't care how it got there. It doesn't matter. Like, I just have it's hard for me to suspend the disbelief around it just magically appearing. I have to make sure that there were attorneys involved and that I built a C Corp and then it was in a trust and all the things before it showed up in my account, because I have a very logical mind when it comes to this money energy that we live on this planet with, okay? Doesn't matter. Set your how. This is how I got there. Make it different every time. You flew a spaceship to the moon and it was your own spaceship somehow, and it's now worth $10 million. I don't know. You found a big hunk of gold when you came out west and you did that funny panning of gold thing that we do out here, and you found a big hunk and it's worth $10 million. I don't care how it got there. Once it got there, what are you going to do with it? Who are you talking to? Who did you tell first? How did they react to your news? Were they happy? Were they jealous? Maybe they don't need to be in your circle if they're jealous. Did you keep it a secret? Why? Right? What are you going to do with it? You're going to build a new company with it? You're going to retire? You're going to give it away to people? You're going to what are you doing with the money that is now in your possession, that is yours, free and clear? This is yours. You don't have to answer to anybody but you. Do this. If it's your perfect partner, who is it? How did they show up? How did you meet? Right? What are they like? Are they different than you expected them to be? Are you leaving room for them to look a different way or be a different way than what you've always expected in the past? Right? Talk about it. Change it up every single time. And then let me know what comes. I promise you within 7 weeks, you're going to have a different experience because you're playing with that magic. I promise you that it will start coming at you in some way. Now, I don't want anybody to be disappointed if it's only $1 million that shows up in your account. Because once you make the million, 10's nothing. 20's nothing.
Tonya, I think Christina has a question. Do you have Christina, do you need to say something?
Actually, not a question, but along these lines. And I'm very lucky. I basically live across the driveway from Tonya, so I get to connect with her every day, and she pumps me up and keeps me in line. So it's a blessing. But anyway, I got this download just before Christmas where I took a journal and I wrote on the front of it, "Today as a joyful multimillionaire." And every single day I open that up and I take at least a page and I write, "Today as a joyful multimillionaire, ... And then I write something for that day. This day is how I lived my life as a multimillionaire. So one day I was at a spa and got massages and desserts and whatever. One day I went on an amazing trip. I just decided I was going to go with my amazing partner. One day I mean, just every day I think, well, what would I be doing today if I was a multimillionaire? And I write that out, and I write it with feeling like, oh, and it felt so free. It felt so free to be able to spend this money. It felt so joyful to be able to go see my grandbabies whenever I wanted to. Whatever is important to me, I write this down every day in this journal. And doing this has been so effective for me that I've decided I'm going to create this I'm going to publish these journals so that other people will have this, that they can buy and use it. Today as a multimillionaire, today as a amazing partner, today as a, whatever your focus is. And so, yeah, I'm totally on board with this and in it. And like I said, I get Tonya every day, so it really helps a lot. But that's what's come about for me. And I would encourage people to get a journal and just write today as a whatever it is they want to create.
Mhm.
And then every day you immerse yourself in those thoughts and feelings and what that would be like. And it's really fun too. So I just wanted to contribute that.
Yes. And remember that our voice is frequency. And so the way that we change frequency, right, is to speak it, right? So we can be on a vibrational level. I have one card for the group. And then I have a card for someone here. And now I have a new deck, and I do have to thank Christina for this deck. I really love it. It's beautiful. It's got a lot of bees and spiders in it. It's called Guardians of the Night, if that's something that you guys are into. For the group, this is really important. And what imagery on this card? Please take a look. It's beautiful. This is the King of Swords in this deck. And what they're showing me on this is it is really, really important for you to be the master of your own thoughts right now. Because these next 3 months is going to be really a lot of back and forth, old beliefs versus new beliefs, right? fighting that disbelief versus the belief system that we've grown up with, that we've been taught, that we've been um, uh, learning for generations, not just this generation, but many generations, right? So police your own thoughts, be the master of your own thoughts. Don't let other people tell you what to think. No is a complete sentence. I preach that a lot. I hope you're on board with that, because it's true, right? It's not you being mean and bitter. It's just you being truthful. Don't lower your frequency to make excuses for people on things that you don't want to do. Okay. Hi, Jenna. I have a card for you. Will you turn your camera on for me if you're hanging out there? Jenna.
Hi, I'm sorry. I'm trying to
It's
figure it
okay,
all out.
sweetie. It's okay. You're all good. I just have a card for you. This is important for you. This might, the rest of you might resonate, but this is specifically for you. You've got a Two of Pentacles.
Oh.
It's gorgeous, right? So I don't know if dolphins
It's
are
pretty.
a thing for you, Jenna, but what they're pointing out for me is
I'm a
that
Pisces.
okay. Makes total sense. Everything's okay. It's okay. Even if it's not, it's fine. They really want you to work with this moon energy. Look at all the moons on this card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moons pull the tide. Moons pull our bodies. So it's really important for you to get into alignment, because your emotional well-being is really important. And the Two of Pentacles is being able to dance in with the energy of this 3D world that we exist in. Okay. So it's really important for you right now to tap into that emotional body of yours and learn how to dance with that emotional energy and your physical, where you are in the physical. Okay.
Okay.
Because you got to get your emotional body right so you can attract more stuff in the physical that you deserve. Right now, you're living in a place that is not deserving of your energy.
Okay.
Okay. And I don't mean physically living in a house that's not, I mean, I guess I should say, you're proverbially living in energy that doesn't belong to you. Okay. So it's time for you to peel that stuff off. And I think some of this moon energy that we were talking about earlier, even if you just did it for a few weeks, you didn't even, you discontinued as the year goes on, like you're like, oh, I forgot all about the new moon or whatever. I think these next couple of months, if you set that into motion, you're going to be in a much better place by the end of February.
Okay.
Please let me hear about it, because I know that you've been on quite a track. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anybody have any questions out there right now? And I'll see what other cards come up for you all. All right. I love it. Bueller. Just kidding. Wow. Pinnacle energy is really big this month. Jennifer. Hi. Hello. They want you to have a card tonight. This one's just for you. Okay. I don't know what you're doing, girl, but you're getting ready to blow up. Blow up in the glow up. Okay. Take your mute off with me if you have any questions. I want you to take a look at this.
I have been doing a ton of trauma work, trauma healing.
Okay. So you see that lotus flower there?
Yes.
Okay. This is the Ace of Pentacles in this different deck. Okay. It is really important for you to speak your truth in this 3D world. Okay. And take this wisdom. He's an owl. Owls represent a lot of wisdom, and he is a guardian of the night owl. He is a night owl. He is not a snow owl, which is also night, but they come out during the day. Okay. It's important for you to get your thoughts really straight at night before you go to bed.
Okay.
So let me explain what they're showing me right now. Some people pray right before they go to bed. That was my thing when I was growing up. You got to get down on your knees and pray. I'm from the South. That's what we do there. Right? Not essentially the South, but Druids, before they went to sleep, they knew that they traveled at night. They knew that their spirit, while the physical was at rest, the spirit goes traveling. So it's really important for you to take control of the intentions that you're setting for that travel. Okay? So whatever intention you set at night, that's what you are going to wake up with in the morning. So if you want, tomorrow, I'm going to wake up and have the most freaking fantastic day I could ever have. It is going to be mind blowing. And I'm going to have a yes day because everything that comes at me is going to be sheer perfection. You're going to wake up and that is what is going to happen for you. Please leave some room for magic.
Okay.
Okay. If you start this immediately, it's an ace, it's a 1, right? If you start doing this kind of work immediately, I promise you by the end of this year, you're going to be, I really feel like you're going to be in a whole new place. And I do mean a physical new place. If you're thinking about moving, it's probably a good year to do it. Okay.
Yes. House is my intention this year.
Well, it's coming for you. How quick do you want it to happen? They are showing me divine timing. Okay. So be in the divine timing of it. But if you would like it before December, which is the number they keep showing me is the number 12. If you want that before December, you set your intention to that. Okay. Okay. So I hope that helps.
Awesome.
Okay. Let me know if you have
Terrific.
any other questions.
Thank you.
Okay. So we have another wand card that is coming up, and this is for a couple of you. Ben, they're really showing me you, and Nina, they're really showing me you for this. Okay. So this is kind of 2 of you in the same energy here. This is the 3 of Pentacles, and this is gorgeous. So if you have someone that has recently crossed over to the other side, this is not what this card traditionally means. Either recently or you have kind of heard of from someone who, like, let me put this in terms that you will understand. Like, my dad passed away 20 years ago. He's been in my house, and my mom has been here, and she hasn't passed on at all for about the last 2 weeks. And I mean, full on showing up, like, I hear them, I know they're here, I've seen them, they exist in my being here. Okay. So it doesn't mean that they passed away like yesterday. They are showing up for you. You are like, I smelled my dad's Old Spice cologne. So I was like, all right, I know you're here. I got it. I know you're in the room with me. Right. That is your sign. This is the 3 of Wands, and the 3 of Wands is, once again, leaving things because you've created something, but you are going into something new that is better. And the spirit on the other side wants you to lean on them. It's kind of like that, what would Dolly do, or what would Jesus do, or whatever. They are coming in for, especially for you two, right? Telling you, hey, channel me. What would I do in this situation that is being offered to you as you move into a new way of existing? Wands are about passion. They're about fire. They're about things that get us moving. And 3s are the numbers of the angels, right? So that's why they keep showing me. And birds for me are people who are coming back and forth across the divide, right? Across the veil. So for the 2 of you, it's really important for you to start paying attention to the synchronicities that are going on in your life. Ben, I feel like we talked about this in your reading yesterday. Start paying attention to the same sequences of numbers showing up, or the song that just will not stop playing. Like, I was sitting here all day. I've had that hang on loosely but don't let go song, and Lars literally said, oh my god, that song, I didn't even say it out loud, I was just thinking that song all day. And right before we came on, he goes, I don't know why that held on loosely but don't let go song is in my head, right? So, okay, Lars and I are on the same frequency. I gotta go and like dig in what's coming up for us, or we wouldn't be singing that same song. So if you are hearing the same song, you're seeing the same numbers, people are saying the same things, you're on the right track. That's what they're telling you. And you have a guide that is on the other side that is very specific about helping you. They have good news for you, good intelligence, good guidance for you. I don't know how many of you on here have read Think and Grow Rich, but there is a section in that book, and I would highly recommend it. It's by Napoleon Hill. It was written back in the 30s. It's as dry as white toast if you're reading it, but there's a lot of great information in it. And one of the things that he does is set up his own personal directors, right? The director's guide. And he puts in there all the people that he looks up to, all the people that give him the best advice. It doesn't matter who it is. It could be Oprah and J.K. Rowling and Jesus and Princess Diana and whoever you want to be in your own director's board of directors, okay? That's what this angel is doing for the two of you. They are part of your board of directors. So please listen to them. Please channel what it is that they would do in the situations that are being offered to you. March and April are going to be really big months for the two of you. Okay, so the third and the fourth month, that springtime area, is going to be real important for you to kind of please put that in your calendar somewhere. Okay, it's going to be really important because you're going to get some new opportunities that are offered to you, and it's important for you to take it and run with it. You're going to have something that comes from your past that is going to go along with you. This feels Ben, for you, it really does feel more like that. We talked about this. It feels more like that new energy of you stepping into like a new business or a side hustle or something. And Nina, it really feels like for you, it's about you getting control of everything in your life and the lifestyle that you're living. So you're on a much more effortless path. It feels like both of you have been on an uphill battle and you're at the top now. So all you have to do is like get in the sled and slide down. It's going to be really easy. Okay, so try to accept that easiness and that effortlessness. It does not, trust me, it does not have to be hard. You don't have to work hard. It's not hard. Life is not hard. You're making it hard. You're believing that it's hard. So don't believe that anymore. That's an old paradigm. That's a belief that you can let go of. And this guide that's coming in for the two of you is going to be real special. So you're going to know it. You're going to smell them. You're going to hear them. You're going to know they're there. When you experience those, what were you thinking at that moment? So you can be on the right plane. You can be on the right path, okay? Does this make sense for the two of you? Yes? Yes? Okay. Okay. Whew. All right. I have another exercise that I want you guys to play with. Some people would call it life scripting, which is kind of what Christina was talking about. I like to do things when I get to talk out loud. I mean, writing is fun and I write all the time and I have multiple journals that I write in. But sometimes it's just nice to say it out loud and play all the parts of how you want it to show up for you. So just like the $10 million or the perfect partner or the great health or the wonderful career, or whatever it is that you're going to rehearse for 7 days or 7 weeks that you're going to be into. This is more something that you can get even more playful with. And this is called My Perfect Day. And my perfect day, I hope that it is not as boring as my first few perfect days were. Because my first few perfect days, when I learned this exercise, and I learned it from Julia Cameron, who wrote The Artist Way. So she shows up here in town every now and then. What is it? My perfect day was, I just want to be able to wake up whenever I want to wake up without anybody's timeline being on me and pressure or anything like that. I want to have a tub that I can take a bath in anytime that I want, with all the salts and the oils and the things that make me feel wonderful, right? Well, those are pretty easy, I mean, on the planet to kind of obtain, right? My perfect days have gotten crazy. Like, oh, I jumped into a whole new timeline and I went to a planet that I'd never visited before and I learned a whole bunch of new stuff. And then when I came home, I had, they're just outlandish, but they're also very real because I can tell you that those are the things that are coming into my life, right? This is another practice for you to practice on that 7 number. Write it out 7 times, say it out loud 7 times. Record it and watch it back 7 times. I've done that a lot, where I speak into my recorder and then I just listen to that recorder over and over and over again, because let me tell you, your voice for you is the most powerful frequency, because that's what you resonate with, because it is part of you, physically part of you. So, I just use my voice app on my phone and I just say all the wonderful things and I put my earbuds in and then I just play it over and over again, right? Whatever that perfect day is. Man, I mean, literally, I did this the first time and everything showed up like within a few days because it was all so easy. Like it just went, boop, there it was. And I was like, oh, What else can I create from this point of view? Do a My Perfect Day and give it to yourself as a gift for 7 days or 7 weeks or 7 months, right? And see what happens. I hope it's different and outlandish every time you record it or write it or speak it or experience it. Because then you're opening up to new channels. Because let me tell you, expectations is the killer of all magic. If you have expectations around something, there is no magic that can be involved because you have just killed it. Stop having expectations. You will have a much better life. Trust me. Magic happens in between the heartbeat. Has anybody, and I'm not part of this group, but I love it. I've been a part of it years ago. Does anybody know what heart math is? Has anybody heard of heart math? I think it is heartmath.com. Rachel, if you want to look and see. There was a beautiful documentary called I Am by Tom Shadyac. I don't know if we can still find it. I've looked for it. If you can find it, I highly recommend that you look for it. They, on a scientific level, discovered that within our physical bodies, it's the in between the heartbeats where all the processes on a cellular and molecular level take place. And that's because, in my belief, there is no, you're not putting any expectation on that in between. You're putting a whole lot of expectation on the beat, right? You want the beat to happen because if the beat happens, you're alive, right? So you're in that expectation of this is happening all the time, right? But trust me, that this part where there's nothing, that's magic and there's no expectation attached to it. So as we create intentional magic for this year, which is exactly what I'm setting you up for right now. It is now in your paradigm of belief. Your intentions are working overtime in the background, in between the beats of your heart to be real. So when you make a wish, forget about the wish. When you set the intention, forget about that intention. Just keep going. Because it has to be drawn to you. It has to happen. And I know this is happening to several of you right now. 1, 2, 3, 5 of you to be exact. You're going to get a message. This is the Page of Swords, right? Yes, Page of Swords. And I want you to pay attention to how he is in complete black and white because that's how swords work. It is very black and white thought, ether, energy. You have a contract that is coming in to be presented to you. Rachel, you're in this big time. Blue, you're in this big time. Christina, you're in this big time. 2 more? 2 more. Okay, so John's not here anymore. So when he sees this recording, this is for John too. And Jen, be looking for a contract over the next few months. It is very black and white. It is really important for you to reach out to someone to read over this. This is a physical contract. You're getting a house. Jen, you could be part of this, but your name's not coming up. Like they're not telling me that. This could be a house. This could be a new business. This could be a new relationship where you're signing something with actual physical writing, a contract. I want you to have somebody else look at it before you say yes to it and sign it. I feel like there is, okay, John just came back, y'all. I just want y'all to know he was gone and now he is back. I just said his name. That's how magic happens. Hi, John. It's nice to have you back in this world again. John, you have a contract coming. I just want you to know you're going to watch this again. So those people I just called out, you have a contract that is coming. Please read the contract. Every line of the contract, there is something in there that isn't going to jive with you. They either need to change it or take it out completely. They will say yes. Do not fight them over it. If they do not agree with you wholeheartedly right away, it is not your contract. This is something you are creating that is for you and it will fit you completely 100%. So make sure you read the fine print. So if you are a creator of something and they only want to give you 10% and you thought it was 100%, you better ask for the 100% that you thought it was. Okay? They will give it to you. They'll go, oh, oops, sorry. It was a typo. It was a glitch. Then you know it's the right thing. If it is not the right contract, there will be another one. So don't be afraid to say no to the things that don't fit. Okay? Anybody have questions on this one? Now, if anybody else, I'm going to tap into this. If anybody else wants to tap into this, they can. I'm just saying specifically, those are the people that the guides are telling me is involved. I'm going to say yes to this. I deserve this. This is part of my timeline too. You can say yes to this. We can just snap that into existence if that's what you want. Okay? Does everybody here understand, the people that I called out, what the magic is they're making with this? Can they accept this? Can you accept this? Yes? Okay, good.
So Tom,
Okay, hang on.
I recently, go ahead, Rachel.
That's okay. You go on. I just have a
Okay, I just realized in the 4 or 5 months that I've been working with you in this intentional way, that the things that you say, if I choose to believe them and act on them, they have come to fruition every time. If I choose to ignore it, like I have a discerning spirit, I can forget about something and let it happen in the background. But when I have chosen to follow the things that you have said out loud, I have had some big freaking magic happen in the last 4 months. So go ahead, Rachel.
I went on a Google search to try to find the heart math, and there's a heartmath.com and a heartmath.org, but they both seem to have similar science behind it. So I'm not sure if you're looking for the nonprofit that's like an organization doing the research and then doing stuff with it, or if you had a .com that you want me to put in here, or if it's neither.
It's the .org one. It's the
Okay.
.org one. It's a yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. Anybody else? Anybody have questions? Not yet. Okay. So we're getting to the end of this with me. Trust me, they're still loud and they're screaming. They have lots of things that they would like to say, but what I would like is if somebody has something specific, like a specific question or a specific energy, or they want something clarified, please let me know, because I feel like there's at least one of you that's like, look, I really have this on my mind. Okay, I love Christina. She's like, me, I got this one. Give it. I got it. I got it. Let me have it. Okay. What do you got, Christina?
Well, actually, this has been a conversation that's come up between me and a few other people in the last couple of weeks. So I'm hoping it resonates with more people here. I get what you're saying about turn it down, don't go in that direction. And we've talked about this. I gotta have money coming in. Like, so I believe completely what you're saying. And I and other people, especially at this turning point in our lives of trying to move on to something else, get into a place of crap. This has come up and I got no other money coming in, or, this is the last thing I want to do. I said, I'm not going to do this anymore, but nothing else is showing up and I have got to pay my car payment. I almost have it paid off. I'd hate to lose my car when I've only got $1,000 left in payments. So that stirs around within me. And, as a Virgo or whatever, I can't seem to fully get over that hump.
Okay. Here you go. I wish I could make these cards up. I can't pull the cards and make them make any more sense than this. The devil card popped out. I don't want anybody to be scared of this. I'm a Capricorn. This represents the sign of Capricorn. If you are having that issue, they want me to quickly, he's all about control, right? And when you hold on to something really, really, really tight, you'll never get it. Right? You're holding on to an old belief system, right? Many of us deal with unworthiness, right? So it'd be great if we just walked around saying, I'm worthy, I deserve it, I'm worthy, I deserve it, or I desire it, so I'm worthy of it, so I can have it, it's mine, right? They want me to quickly tell you the story of Lucifer Morningstar. And I tell this story a lot because I want people to understand that the devil is a really beautiful, benevolent character that we have turned into something that is awful. First of all, if you follow that linear belief line that God kicked out his favorite son into darkness, I hope you realize how ludicrous that storyline is. I don't know anybody under any circumstance that would take their favorite child and put them into the ultimate darkness and never let them come out. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense to me. It has never made any fucking sense to me. And I even said that to my mom once when I was really little. Why would God do such a thing? I mean, I don't know that I'm your favorite, but would you put me in hell for the rest of my life for nothing? My mother just thought it was hilarious that I thought that way because she didn't believe that way either. I just wanted to learn about religion. She would like drop me off at the church and kick me out and come pick me up after Sunday school. Like that's how I learned religion in my world. Lucifer chose. He went to God and said, I'm your favorite son, and I am going to go to this dark place because somebody who has more light in them than anybody else has to show them the way. So I'm choosing to go there and be that light for them. So when I say let go of control, for those of you who get in those places where, look, I really need to pay my car payment, right? Man, relax. And I know it's really fucking hard. I've been there. I still fall into that every now and then. Let go. Divine timing. The second that you just get free fall, I promise that your wings will happen. But you have to believe you deserve it, believe that you're worthy of it, know that this is your path, and it will happen for you, I promise. It can't not happen. That is why he is there, and he shows up because he wants to give you the light of all the things that you deserve so you can be in the light. The proverbial light, right? Or the real light, whatever you want to believe in, right? So when you're in those situations, those are the times that you're really pushing up against your ego and belief system. And it is time for you to cut those cords. They're really wanting you to release those old belief paradigms so you know how easy and effortless it really is. Trust me, Lucifer didn't go there because he thought he was going to have a good time. He went there because he wants you to succeed. He wants your spirit to win. And he is part of you. He is part of your soul. And I say he proverbially because none of these entities have any sort of gender. Okay. So when you're in that dark place, I hope you think of Lucifer as being a benevolent being that is helping you. Right? The devil is not negative. The devil doesn't even really exist. Lucifer, morning star, exists. And he's there to make you have a brighter day, a brighter moment in the future. And he wants you to just let it happen for you so he can guide you out of that darkness. So that's one of those trusting things you have to lean into, right? I mean, 4 years ago, I was homeless, living out of my car. I had just me and my dog and my truck, and that was it. I can tell you I am not anywhere near that now. And I feel like I could have even done it faster if I would have allowed myself to do it. I just couldn't. I couldn't get out of the allowing stage. I mean, I lived this card. I learned that story because I felt like I needed to have some sort of understanding of what the truth was. So I hope that helps, Christina. Does that help anybody else? Does that make it clear as mud for you? Okay. Any other questions? Any other statements before I take off and you guys have a beautiful, divine, awesome after party where you can share some really cool stuff with each other? Anyone? Bueller?
I got one.
What you got?
So I've been getting a lot of. I'm sorry for all the wind noise. I'm actually at a casino right now. I'm working. So I've been getting a lot of feng shui type things have been popping up all over. So I mean, do I get involved with that, or like I don't know. Do I look into that or? You know, I
Feng
don't know.
shui. I love feng
Yeah.
shui.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
showing
even know
up
what
for
it is.
you.
It's just like it's just showing up everywhere. Like it's just like like just all advertisements and it just pops up everywhere. It's really
John,
weird. But yeah.
if there were ever a more clear sign than it's showing up everywhere for you, I don't know what it would be.
Okay,
So start
that
leaning
that was the
in.
question. Yeah, I'm gonna lean
Maybe
in.
if money is your problem, start working with your money corner in your house.
Yep,
It's
I'm
it's
gonna do
it's
that.
from the front door to the back left, facing inside your front door. The back far left corner is your money corner. Put a
Mhm.
plant there, or a light,
Okay,
or a water
back far
feature,
left.
right?
Okay, got it.
If you're working on your career, that's in the center, next to the right of that corner, right?
I'm
Light it
not
up. It's
working on
the
no
color
career.
red.
I'm winning the lottery, and that's it. I'm taking a vacation. That's the
Let me
plan.
just say that happened to us the other day. Just a
Did
winning
it?
scratch off, just like that. It was 500
Mhm.
bucks. Did we anticipate? No, but it was divine.
Love
Wasn't
it.
meant for us, but
Love it.
sure was meant to
Love
be
it.
in our life.
Mhm.
You
That's
want
what
to
I'm
win
all
the
about.
lottery? Believe that you can have the lottery. Start playing that feng shui, putting that intention out there. I promise it'll
I've
happen.
been doing it. I've been doing it. I will see you on the 4th.
Yes, you will, darling. Yes, you will. I hope
Absolutely.
you all stay for the after party. I think you'll have some fun. Please stay. Please share your experiences and your thoughts. And please, my next event is at the end of February. It's February 28th or 26th. What did we say, guys? Help me out.
28th.
Okay, it's the last day of the month. Ooh, that's a 10
I
day.
just put the link in the thing.
Awesome. Please join me. We're going to talk about transformational love. Like love that literally transforms our energy being, okay, on every level. So please, the link is over here. Please sign up. Please join us. We're going to do something else fun next month. And I'm going to sign off, let Lisa take over. I got to go come down from this, y'all. I don't know what I got to do. I got to ground out. I need some like food and to get my level down because I've been crazy all day and for the last few weeks. I mean, I'm crazy all the time, but in the best way possible. So please stay, hang out with Lisa for 10 or 15 minutes. Share your thoughts. Let me know how it really means a lot to me that you would let me know how your life has changed if you've been doing these every month or even just one time before. I want to know what's going on in your world because I know your lives have changed. I know they have in some way. Okay. Anyway, I love you. I will see some of you in readings coming up. And I will definitely see, hopefully, all of you on February 28th. I hope you join in again. I hope you know you're part of this. I hope you know that you're part of this family and this is a safe space and you can reach out at any point. I have a whole team of beautiful people that want to be here to support you as much as possible. And with that, Lisa, take it over. I'm going to figure out how to go away without ending everything.
Okay.
I
All
love you.
right. We
I
love
love
you.
all of you. Thank
Thank
you.
you for letting us play in your world of magic tonight.